You know what I'm saying? I
Brother
did go like,
Shaka,
oh, yeah,
let me say this before I go. You are
yeah.
one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. Why? Because he has been listening for a long time. And when you say something, he's going to say, wait, but you said this on this day. Here's the video.
And he's going to have the
He is one of the
documentation.
most dangerous brothers in our community. And so I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that Soneta's audience now knows about you. He was talking to me about Shaka, 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 Shaka. I thought he was talking about Shaka almost for a second. Because Soneta love him some Shaka Ma'at forever. So I'm just honored that now we have a more global. I know Rob Moore was kind of making a joke, but he was also making a comment. The reality is that this internet is going to allow Africans all over the world to connect on our interest, and that is powerful. That is powerful.
Yes.
I'm honored to be on. I promise I will communicate with you. I'm watching your shows ardently, Shaka. So whenever you would like me to come and chat with you privately or publicly, please let me know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hotep Senu. Hotep Senu Hena Senut I Tiren Ishaka Nugu Kemet. I hope you're doing well. The title of this live stream is Lying on Malcolm X and Accusing Elijah Muhammad of Rape. Let me check the sound quality. It sounds good on my end so far. Now, let me get the fair use disclaimer out of the way. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Remember, there's a very important and informative video about ancient history, which is less than an hour long, and it is called Kemet and Ma'at. You do have the link. It has 404,000 views so far. Now, I wouldn't have shown you the title because I'm not trying to give, advertisement to this male feminist gone bad. But I want you to see his title. He is a follower of the fake advocate 0x. He's a groupie of her. Now, you see at the bottom of the screen, it says Shaka Dudu. So that's the nickname that Filthy Frankie Soneta came up with, right? Fake child advocate and undercover child predator. This groupie of 0x, the fake advocate, you know who was on the panel earlier, but everybody's free to be cool with him and, break bread with him or whatever they want to do. This video was uploaded 2 hours ago. he labeled me a child predator. Make that make sense? Now, before I deal with what he said, I want you to know how much of a clown he is, because the fake advocate called Filthy Frankie Sanada sick and perverted, and then she had him on his panel. Sorry, she had him on her panel.
But I'm saying, think about how your consciousness works. For Sanetta to make that comment about a baby spreading eagle on her father's lap, he has to first see that in his mind first, in his imagination. That's what I'm saying. It's like that. It was perverted. I know you was trying to make him look bad, but you made yourself look bad. Because I told Shock, I said, I was looking at, I said, look at him. I said, he think he trying to prove a point, trying to hurt you by implying that you've been inappropriate with your child, knowing that one day, and then for him, and then this the thing, you saw that I'm gonna say, you a fucking coward, bro. Your beef is with Shaka, not his child, not his daughter. So to say fuck her and to hell her and all that shit you was talking about, a fucking 3-year-old, kind of man is that?
And where was Nepal? What did Nepal?
I don't
Why she didn't say anything?
I don't know. I didn't look in the chat, so I don't know if she was there, but she wasn't on the panel.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, she must know about that.
I'm sure
she must know what was said.
That's her man.
Because she has some videos of her dancing that she recorded, that she sent to people, and she want to label individuals sexual abusers for stumbling across her dancing, twerking videos. But her homie, her dude, her boyfriend, her husband is talking about a 3-year-old girl spreading her legs or anything, which is a lie. It never happened. Yeah, nobody, who ever seen my daughter spreading her legs on camera? And even if she did that, it's a 3-year-old girl.
Yeah, like how can that be sexual? A baby can't spread. It's a fucking baby.
But then that's the same guy
sick
who was caught when Polite had his daughter on his lap, and he was looking at a woman barely dressed, and instead of saying my bad, I'm sorry, he cursed the brother out. The brother who was outraged, and he said, those are your sisters, you are ashamed of your sisters. Then he cursed people out.
Yeah, man, the shit is fucking sick. And then when somebody went at his daughter and was playing
the police and the
yeah,
FBI.
I mean, and he had every right to. You feel what I'm saying? Because whoever was doing that, they sick. Leave the fucking kids alone. Keep that shit between you grown ass men. You know what I'm saying? The beef is with you, like, even come on, like, and these y'all leaders though. But this is who y'all. This is who y'all saying that I'm slandering. Everything I say about Sanetta, his dumb ass already is on fucking live. I haven't said anything that I can't go prove that he did or engaged in.
And you know, it's funny to see
those... get mad about the spread the eagle thing because you said it on live. Yeah, you private a video, but if you try to sue me, you two got to go through all your videos and they gonna see you say it. You said it. That shit is sick. And I mean, Shaka, he really tried me on some sucker shit, bro. Like, he called me, and I put this on everything I love. He called me. Him and Sister Freedom both was on the phone trying to encourage me to come on the show. That's like the only true thing he said on his show when he told y'all that he just got off the phone with me. But he wasn't on that rah-rah shit. He was he was too busy trying to convince me that Shaka the bad guy. And I'm like, nigga, I'm talking to a bad guy on the phone. Oh, Neil, come on. I'm going to let you talk. I ain't going to disrespect you. I'm going to let you. Soon as I get on your shit, soon as I say you pussy pop, the nigga said, call me a dick sucker. Because he know he can't call me dyke. Should the price go up for that? Yeah. No more Hastings, right? You know he can't do that. The price go up for that. You know, everybody know you stingy with your money. Because Chris still ain't getting paid. According to Chris.
So you heard why she was upset. You heard her say that, you know, she was on the phone with him. He told her, you know, come on my panel. And I did tell her, don't go there, I'm going to let you speak. And guess what happened? They did not let her speak, right? So even though That took place. She got played once, right? After calling him sick, perverted, and a coward, she had him on her panel. And he was so comfortable that he insulted my mother and my children.
So fuck that bitch nigga. Fuck him, his mother, his wife, his so-called girlfriend, and his babies. Fuck him. Give a fuck about that nigga. That's the way I give it back up to him.
And you have every right. That's why I say that's between you and Shaka.
You have every right. And after calling him sick, perverted, and a coward, because this is in chronological order, those clips that I'm playing, right? She said that she has no issues with him.
Like I said, I got mad love for Garfield. I will always respect him. I have no issue. I ain't really got no issue with Sonetta. I tell Sonetta the truth. That's why he still deal with me. That man still calls me. He got my number. We talk.
NeoX, a few days ago, didn't you say, I'm paraphrasing, but something to the effect that you have no problem with Sonetta?
I don't think I said that. I think I said I don't hate Sonetta. I said I don't like I don't hate him. I just don't like the shit he do. I think I said something like that.
Like I said, I got mad love for Garfield. I will always respect him. I have no issue. I ain't really got no issue with Sonetta. I tell Sonetta the truth. That's why he still deal with me. That man still calls me. He got my number. We talk.
So you can see how much of a liar she is, you know. And when he kicked her to the curb again, this is what she said about him.
Protecting that fucking perv. Sonetta's a whole fucking pedophile perv. He's a perv. He's one of them. That's why he's always protecting them. He's one of them.
And now we have her groupie, right? So let's hear what he had to say. So he made the live stream, and you can see he put the nickname that Filthy Frankie Sonetta, that she called a perverted, and she called him even worse. You just heard it, right? He's using his vernacular. He's okay, fine. Let's hear what he had to say. Now, for the record, you will hear some cut because he's so weak and lame that he played many different people. Actually, he only played, besides playing my clip over and over again, a very short excerpt from a convo. And to be honest, I was looking for the live stream of mine where we can hear the convo. And I really wanted you to see his title, right? Because he indeed labeled me an undercover child predator. Make that make sense. I mean, that's how desperate and weak the fake advocate and her team is, right? Now, he spoke, and you can see he probably did that video over, you know, an hour or maybe more, but for a very long time. You know, he probably recorded again because here he's now he has a hat. You will see sometimes he doesn't have the hat, right? You will see sometimes it's not the same angle. So he spoke, and then he played those clips of different women, and then he played my clip. Then he spoke and played clips of different women, and then he played the excerpt, right? So that's the reason why you will hear, you know, that it's like cut, but I did not take out anything that he said. What you will hear is everything that he said. For those who know his channel, they will be able to verify, and he knows also, right? So, and nothing taken out of what he said on his video that he uploaded about 2 and maybe by now 3 hours ago. So that was just today, okay? Saturday, July 27, 2024. Let's listen to the groupie of the fake advocate. The fake advocate had no problem making a guy that she called perverted and sick be on her panel, and she stopped me from confronting him, and he insulted my mother and my children, and she told him, you have every right, and she knows. And we heard somebody else complaining about that clip, and she said that it's being played on other panels as well. So they were looking for something to get back. It didn't work because now they're lying on Malcolm X. Let's go.
Sure,
That's exactly what you just heard. You just heard a grown man say he had sex with his secretaries. He said they were underage, but those girls were willing participants. So it wasn't rape. This is a grown man who they say has a daughter.
I was on mute. For the record, I'm not even sure if this guy understands that teenage or teenager doesn't necessarily mean underage, right? But I did say in the clip that, you know, some of them, right? So there may have been one, who knows, maybe more, right? He doesn't know the age. He doesn't know their names. He's just repeating what the fake advocate groupie, right? Who, for the record, had some very serious accusation that she did not deny. I played it on her own platform when she was live streaming, and she took the video down. She's not the only one. There's another guy also. But let's continue. So you're going to see how he's lying on Malcolm X. Malcolm X never said he was raped. Fair.
Order of his own, trying to say because these underage girls were willing participants, that it wasn't rape, that a grown man stuck his member inside of them enough times to procreate and have babies with these underage willing participant girls.
And for the record also, you see how quick it is to see how quick it is to see if people keep it real or not. I asked about Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Science Temple in America, that many people call prophet, that many people follow and honor, right? And you know, I almost forgot that. Tariq Nasheed did share an article showing that Noble Drew Ali married a 12-year-old girl and impregnated that girl when she was 14 years old, right? And this dude is quiet about it. Donnie Williams in the place. He's been quiet about it. See, that's how quick he kept it real. Less than 24 hours. Or just one day, you know, because, you know, if I'm off by 1 or 2 hours, they're going to cry. He did not talk about it. He's a fake punk groupie of the fake advocate, and he's just repeating what she said. As a matter of fact, you even hear the fake advocate's voice in his video towards the end, right? So let me just show you to you just for the record. Here in the chat. Boom, there it is. Tariq Nasheed post about Noble Drew Ali marrying a 12-year-old girl. This dude right there, who had the nerve to label me an undercover child predator, he was quiet. He's been quiet. You know, fair. Major fair. Major fair. Those people come with talking points. There it is. It's still online. Tariq Nasheed, newspaper article from 1929 detailing how Moorish Science Temple founder Noble Drew Ali married a 12-year-old girl and impregnated her at 14. And now I'm just going to share the link to the newspaper article so everybody can see it in their own time. You know, there's a saying that says it's only so long that one can pretend, but this guy, man, he didn't even last 24 hours, 48 hours. It's just like, you know. You have the link in the chat for the newspaper. So now, let's continue.
So I have a question, family. I want to ask a question to all my real men, all my real mothers, all my real parents out there. Malcolm X did an interview where he said he was his life was threatened because Elijah Muhammad's son came to him and told him that his own dad was having inappropriate relationships with underage teenage girls. Malcolm X found that to be a problem in his support for Elijah Muhammad. He felt like that wasn't right. His morals, his integrity, his principles as a man who also has young daughters, he didn't feel that was right.
And he never said those girls were forced. Those women or girls or teenagers were forced. Malcolm X never said it was rape. It's a fair. It's a major fair. Let's continue.
Now I want to ask this question, and I want y'all to get in my comment section. And I want you to tell me, do you agree with Malcolm X or do you agree with this guy who deals with Cy Kelly and the House of Pedophiles? Do you think this guy is right? This guy says these girls were willing participants. These underage girls that...
Now, Malcolm X never said they were unwilling. He never said they were forced. That's a major fail. Major fail. And besides, this dude you're seeing on the screen right now is quiet, silent about Noble Drew Ali marrying a 12-year-old girl and getting her pregnant at 14 years old. Just a talking point. If he cared, he would have opened his mouth about it. But he's just being a punk groupie follower of the fake advocate. And when you follow someone fake, chances are you are fake too.
That Malcolm X is calling a man that he loved and respected so much. He's calling him out for inappropriate behavior.
Mainly adultery, right? But feel free.
Having children with underage girls.
Or maybe they'll make little comments like,
So you can see, you know, the angle changes. He has a hat. He doesn't have the hat. So it probably took him a very long time to come with that video. Now, you can see this 4 minutes of him talking. His video, uploaded video, is longer because he had to use many different people and he put many different clips because, see, by himself, he doesn't stand for nothing. He's just very weak. And I told you from the get-go, it's so quick and easy to see, you know, because even on some other fields, other topics, you know, people who claim, you know, to be teachers of ancient language, you know, they run their damn mouth and then after they deal with me, you know, they disappear for a while, you know, kind of a year first, and now we'll see how long it lasts. You know, there's levels to this, you know.
like, yeah, they were underage, but it wasn't rape because they were willing participants.
Malcolm found that to be wrong. I find that to be wrong. Even Elijah Muhammad's own son found that to be wrong.
Elijah Muhammad's own son, I don't recall hearing or reading that he said those girls were forced or raped, just for the record, right? But what about Noble Drew Ali marrying a 12-year-old girl? How do you call that? Fake little homie.
Now, this guy says it wasn't rape of those underage girls because those girls were willing participants. I just want you to get in the comments and tell me, as a parent with children, or as a man, or as a woman with morals, integrity, principles,
standards. Do you think this guy has a point?
If you have integrity and standards, then you will not label me an undercover child protector, because people know that over 10 years ago, I went against rapists and child molesters. And recently, people have seen how I was attacked by the fake advocate Zero X's Zaddy and his crew and his team, right? And how my family were insulted. I never lied on anybody. I did not lie on that guy. If people disagree with me, it's fine, you know. But that guy took it so far because he's desperate now. So he's thinking that being a male feminist, he may get some points by appealing to female feminists. One problem is that some feminists are sexist, but not all feminists are sexist. He needs backup. He needs help. So he's asking people, you know, to give him some strength in the comments. How you doing, Sister Andrea Burnett? But he failed because it was a simple question. Drew Ali marrying a 12-year-old girl, getting her pregnant at 14, and he's quiet. And what does he do? He labels me an undercover child predator, but he's quiet about Drew Ali. And he's already on tape hyping up somebody defending rape in the Bible. Fail.
Do you stand with Malcolm or do you stand with this guy? And what do you think about this guy's comments? What does this say for you? Just curious. I'm just curious.
Normalizing touch. You mean like saying things like, I mean, yeah, they were underage, but they were willing.
Even from the TV, even from what's on the TV, you can tell it took him a very long time to have 4 minutes of him speaking. He struggled bad.
Participants.
Well, that's one of the women that he played towards the end, you know. So that was it for the record. Don't start, none won't be none. Everybody knows that he's a fake one. He's a good puppy groupie to the fake advocate. You know, she only tried because people have seen that she is a pathological liar. So anyway, somebody wants to get on the panel, feel free. I'm going to share the link. I know it's very early right now. It's about what? Actually, it's about to be midnight in New York time. So I don't expect people, but I usually share a link if somebody wants to say something. But people don't say, well, you know, I was going to put up, but, you know, he didn't share the link. I hope you do well. I hope you're doing well, though. Lying on Malcolm X and accusing Elijah Muhammad of rape while being silent about Drew Ali marrying a 12-year-old girl and getting her pregnant at 14 years old. Those people be looking bad over there. They be looking bad in the streets. They be looking bad on the internet. Fail, fail, fail. Some people are very good at failing. Danny Williams is greeting Sister Andrea. Make that make sense. That dude had a nerve to come up with a video, and in the title he puts my name/nickname, and he labels me an undercover child predator. That punk sucker, Danny Williams, wrote epic fail. Epic fail. So the guy who marries a 12-year-old girl and gets her pregnant at 14, he doesn't say anything. He's quiet, but he's going to label me an undercover child predator because he's a punk groupie follower of the fake advocate Zero X, the fake advocate who invited a person she called sick and perverted on her panel, betrayed us, stopped us from confronting the dude, even though she told us she would let me. She would let us, but she definitely told me she would let me. She's on tape saying it. That's you know, failing over failing. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's interesting is that some feminists You know, they feel like they are right just because they have a vagina. They defend women just because they have a vagina. Men usually don't defend men because they have the same gender, right? And online, I've heard, I even have some some recording from public conversations on TikTok, and you have some feminists who said that women are right. Women are always right. You have some women who say that men are supposed to pay for everything. And those women, some of them are not necessarily feminists, they're just, materialistic. But it's just getting out of hand. Now, some young ladies will be influenced by these ridiculous speeches, right? And it reminds me of the person who passed away, right? And now we have something called the manosphere, right? Some women will be influenced, but when they will reach 30 to 40 years old, reality check. And then they will be willing to settle for anything. And many times they end with a cat. Many times they end up with a cat. Publicly, a video was shared because you have those choosing a partner, to date, to get to know each other, and they be popping balloons and all that, right? And I think some of you may have seen it. There is a woman who has 3 children by 3 different fathers. She has 3 baby daddies. And she basically disqualified a guy over the trousers or the pants he was wearing. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. She has 3 children by 3 different men. And she's so picky, nitpicking, that she disqualified a man over the trousers he was wearing, over the pants he was wearing. Make that make sense. A lot of sexist feminists will have a sad wake-up call. There's good and bad everywhere. You're supposed to defend truth. You're supposed to defend facts. You're not supposed to defend people. Delusional, indeed. But this is public. It's just getting so out of hands. So out of hands. How many times we have videos where you have women who say, well, I want a guy who's that tall. I want a guy who earns that much money. And they say that they want him to, have so much cars and all that, and take her out shopping, expensive dinner. We have some women, they're not happy about the places that the men take them to eat. We even have some women who complain because their partner did not pay for their friends. They go out to eat and she's expecting her partner, her man, boyfriend, fiance, husband, she's expecting him to pay not only for her food, but for her friends' food. And there may be like 3 or 4 friends of her. Make that make sense. And some of them, they're using the social media to put those guys on the spot to try to embarrass them and humiliate them. You know what I'm saying? But some guys stood their ground, and I salute them for that. Don't do something you don't want to do because you're under pressure to do it. Sometimes you may not have a choice because it's a matter of life and death, but stuff like that, be careful, because those ladies will get a wake-up call. As a matter of fact, I saw a video, and it's a couple, and they are divorcing, right? The guy's not the father of the child, the girl, but he took care of her. But now that they divorced, the lady wants a dude to pay for child support. Somebody else is the father. Now, I don't have all the details about that, right? But there are many videos where you can see that some women are just out of control with their expectations. Some are just materialistic, some are sexist and feminist. Now, check this out. Those women who said that they want a guy who's that tall, that earns so much money, sometimes people ask them, what do you bring to the table? And many of them, yes, Donnie Williams wrote, oh yes, wake up call indeed. Many of these women answer, well, you know, I don't really know anything to the table, it's just me, I'm just... So hold on, you're not bringing anything to the table? That a guy is supposed to earn that much money and take you out to eat like once, twice a week? And when I say out to eat, you know what I mean, you know, restaurants, you know, and some of them, it has to be an expensive restaurant, and yeah, he has to pay for her clothing and all that, and she doesn't bring anything to the table. When those women are young and fit, they attract men. And many men are some punk suckers, and they want to earn points, so they will tell them anything they want to hear because they want to hit it. And many of them, once they hit it, they quit it, right? So they are chased by a man, and they feel like, well, you know, hey, I have so many guys that's after me. But then once they reach 30, 40 years old, well, guess what? They are no longer young and fresh. They no longer have men chasing them like it was. And that's the sad wake-up call. So, young ladies, beware of following the advices of delusional women. People are not right based on their gender. There's good and bad everywhere. There's bad men, there's bad women. But usually, men don't defend another man just because of his gender. Men know how to say when a dude was wrong. Many feminists never say that a woman was wrong, no matter what she does, no matter what she says. And talking, it's not the end of the world, but you can hurt people with your words. But you have some women who will steal money or, you know, products. You have some women who will hit men, they are partners. And you have some who kill men. Sometimes they are partners. And you still have some sexist feminist women who are going to go and look for excuses because of what they've done. Just like when some women cheat on their partners, they put the blame on their partners. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. So, if people want to be feminist and sexist, you will have a wake-up call one day. So stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the Necheru, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I steadfast. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you do not think right, you will not act right. If you know better, you will do better. Do I do a Necheru Hotel.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Medu Nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, Before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Netia class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Netia lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Netia, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Neture classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Neture class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/ma'atforever.